Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. My name is Jason. We're outside right now. We're going to go inside here in a moment, but we're talking about planting our tomatoes today. It's awesome. We're planting our tomato seeds. We're excited because we grow a ton of tomatoes. I think we're planting 54 cups. Okay, we're planting 54 cups of tomatoes. Now, we put 2 seeds in each cup, and we're not using every tomato plant there. That's everybody's okay. We just got some crazy neighbors, but we're planting 54 cups of tomatoes, 44 plants for us, okay? 9 from mother-in-law and 1 for somebody else. We'll transplant some more later, so we're gonna wind up with probably 75, 80 tomato plants out of this whole bunch, okay? But why do we plant so many tomato seeds? Well, we need a lot of tomatoes. Why do we need a lot of tomatoes? Well, we always plan for failure, okay? That's one thing that we always do, and we recommend for everybody to do that, by the way, that plant for failure. Because there's a good possibility that not everything's gonna go the way you believe it's gonna go. I mean, because you can start every year with these glorious dreams of loaded tomato plants, loaded pepper plants, all your beans just full of beans and never having any troubles, right? There's no disease, there's no pests, there's no weather problems, there's just no crop failure. There's no problems, right? And in our minds, it goes that way. The reality is that it doesn't always go that way. And in fact, it rarely goes that way. So we plant, especially our tomato plants, for failure, because we know that disease is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get blight or some kind of wilt or something's gonna happen. You know, some tomato plants just don't produce the way you think they're gonna produce. Weather can happen and knock them over. I mean, these things are real. And we got severe weather probabilities today, right, or tonight, as much as people to our west do as well. There's just issues happen. So we plant for failure. When we want a lot of tomatoes, we can never have too much pasta sauce. We can never have too many canned tomatoes. We can never have too many fresh tomatoes. So we plant for failure, and we plant for other people as well. But so that's why we start so many plants. That's why we plant so many plants. And we're gonna go inside right now into our garage in case the shower pops up. And we're gonna talk about the tomato varieties that we are planting. This is our setup that we're using. We use Bootstrap Farmer trays. Okay, these are very strong, sturdy trays, and we just invested in these. You can buy cheaper ones on Amazon. They're very flimsy. You might have to double or triple them up, and then they're still not even that good. So we just went and invested in the bigger, stronger trays. So you can get those at Bootstrap Farmer, and those are really good. And these cups, honestly, they're just red Solo cups, hefty cups, store brand cups, whatever, and put some holes in the bottom of them. It is totally unnecessary to buy the seed starting mix and put them in the little plugs. That stuff, honestly, it's an unnecessary expense and time waster, because then you have to up pot them and transplant them into larger cups anyways. Just some good container mix or potting mix inside of these cups with some holes in the bottom, and you're gonna be just fine. The soil inside of here, we put it in a Tractor Supply bucket. We pre-moisten it, and basically the level of moisture that you want inside this soil is that when you squeeze it, no water should come out, but it should just keep a little ball right inside your hand. And we go ahead and write each variety on the tags, and we keep these tags pulled down, but right here, so we know what they are, but it's pulled down for a reason. We'll show you in a little bit. Now we're going to get into these varieties that we're planting that we absolutely love. First one we're going to plant here that we adore is the Roma that you can get at In My Gardener. It's the best variety of Roma tomato that we found. Absolutely amazing producer. We depend on it. We love it. Next one, Mountain Princess. We got it In My Gardener as well, and that's just it's a really good container variety. We've never grown it before, but it's said to be a really good container variety that will stay short, strong, determinate, and we're gonna put that in a grow bag and see how it goes. Classic beefsteak from my mother-in-law. We're not planting them this year, but she wants them, she loves them, and it is a really good tomato. It's just we're going a different route this year. These 3 we got from Pine Tree. So this is or superseeds.com. It's Pine Tree Nursery. It's Tigerella. Okay, it's got tiger stripes on it. Red tomato with some little stripes on it, so I call it Tiger. Blueberries, it's one of our favorite cherry tomatoes. A little purplish blue, red. It's awesome. And Sun Gold, again, the quintessential orange cherry tomato that everybody loves. So we haven't grown that in a while. We're going to go back to planting that this year because we do adore it and we kind of forgotten how much we love it. So we want to make sure that we're kind of getting back into some things that we just simply love. Giant Belgium. We've never planted it before, but don't it look just stinking good? Man, that tomato looks wonderful. Look at that. That looks like just a nice, juicy, meaty tomato that everybody wants to eat. And Country Taste, again, a picture of that one from Super Seeds Pine Tree. It's a hybrid. It's supposed to have more of an heirloom flavor. We do plant one hybrid, kind of mix it in with the rest of them to kind of break up disease if we get disease in the garden or on the tomatoes. A hybrid that's disease resistant will help kind of keep that disease from spreading too far. And so we do kind of intermittently plant a few hybrids through there. And this little bag here, it's got 2 different varieties in it, okay? They are Vincent Watts, okay? And I think it's a yellow German. I can read through here. Bill Haywood Yellow German is what it is. So Vincent Watts and Bill Haywood Yellow German. We got these from, again, I'm gonna put this up here real close. Sustainable Mountain Agriculture. I don't know if you can read that or not. It's heirlooms.org. It's a great place to go find some seeds. Really old heirlooms of green beans and tomatoes. It's, I think it's the University of Tennessee's Agriculture Center, maybe. It's awesome. We love buying from there. You might pay a little bit more for them because of the rarity of the seeds, but I gotta be honest with you, it's worth it. It really is. Go through here to Carbon. Carbon tomato is another one that's rock solid for us. It's pretty disease resistant, and we plant 4 of these. I think we're planting 4 of these this year. And we really are dependent on heavy producer, great tomato, and it's a lower acid tomato. See, it's kind of purplish black. It's a great tomato, good for anybody. German Johnson, old quintessential heirloom, North Carolina rooted, so it's good for me. But it's a great lower acid tomato as well, pink tomato. Geranium Kiss, really small tomato, can be planted in a green stalk, which is what we're going to do with them, or in a grow bag, or in the ground, but it's a good container variety, and produces tomatoes about that big. Plenty of them, large multiflora, I think. So honestly, you'll be surprised how many tomatoes you can get off that little bitty plant. It's a really strong plant. We'll grow some of those, and I'll give one away to a friend. My mother-in-law will grow one, so that's cool. Cherokee Purple, Angela's favorite tomato. It's Angela K's favorite tomato. So we're planting 4 of those. Bonnie Best. Bonnie Best, honestly, just a really good canning tomato. It produces a ton of tomatoes. It's pretty disease resistant. It's pretty rock solid, honestly. So it's a really good canner as well. We're really dependent on that. And Amish paste. We love the Amish paste tomato. It is very susceptible to disease, but it produces beautiful, large, meaty pasting tomatoes. So we're only planting 2 of them, but they're really stinking good. And we're going to kind of block it in with heirlooms or something, I think, or with a hybrid or something. So we try to keep the disease from spreading from it. But it's a really stinking good tomato that we just can't resist planting. We do want to demonstrate real fast about how we plant these seeds. We're just going to show you on one. The seeds are different than pepper seeds. Obviously, they're a little lighter, and so they're harder to deal with. They kind of stick together some. But we take them and we'll plant 2 in a pot, okay, or in a cup. Put one there, and we'll put one here. See, I had extra in my fingers, if you can see it. So we got to make sure we don't get too many in there. And honestly, just simply push them in. Push it in. Kind of cover over. Make sure you got good soil contact with the seeds. Okay, because what happens here is the seeds have to rehydrate. That's why it's important for your soil to be damp. That's why it's important to keep humidity on them, is so that the soil stays damp. And you just press it and get good soil contact. Don't press too hard. Just press the soil down on top of it, tamp it down a little bit, and you're good to go. And just in case you want to know if this method actually works, we'll go in and show you our peppers. We turned the grow lights off for this one because they can't really see them very well with the grow lights on. But here's broccoli that we planted. It's growing really well. And here's the peppers. They're up, they're moving. The grow lights are always on for about 12 hours a day or so. So they're all doing good. Let's see. Some more, they're staying short. But those are the last ones to germinate. Those are the old ones. Those seeds are 5 years old. So they were the last ones to germinate, but they're still growing. Those are doing good. These are the ground cherries, so they're smaller anyways. And yep, here's some other peppers. That one looks really good. What is that? That's a Cubanelle. Yep, they're doing good. So now the next thing you need to do is spray them down. Take your spray bottle, and this is the best one you can get. We get it at Tractor Supply. I'm sure there's other places you can get it too. It's a really good spray bottle. And spray them down really heavy. What you want to do there, just concentrate it best you can. You don't want to get it everywhere. I mean, obviously you're going to get it somewhere, but just concentrate it really good. The spray bottle keeps it from washing down the seeds, okay? But you want to make sure there's plenty of moisture here for humidity. Now, if you've watched this before, then you may know what I'm getting ready to do. But if you haven't, then, or if you haven't seen our seed starting videos before, then you may be surprised and you can chalk this one up into the supplies you didn't know you're going to need. Plastic wrap. All right, just some basic plastic wrap. And that is in order to cover these cups. The point of this is to keep the heat and humidity inside of the cups, okay? So you can buy these big $20 domes to cover, probably more than that by now after inflation, right? But to cover these, and it's okay, sure, it'll keep humidity in there, but it's also $20 to $30 probably at this point for a plastic dome that you're going to use for a week or two. Not for me. So just simply take the plastic wrap and cover it. Now, even if you want to use 2 sheets, that's cool. That way you can make sure it's wrapped really well. But it's not hard, because you're just going to use this until they germinate. Once the seeds germinate, you need to take this off of there, because it's not necessary for all the humidity on them at that point. In fact, it might actually harm them more than it helps them. But right here, just cover the cups, right? Tamp it down on there. And it ain't gotta be like all the cup all the way down, just over the rim of the cup. It's much more simple to do it that way. And maybe tuck it in right here a little bit, whatever. But just keep the humidity inside of that cup. I'm gonna finish it up with just a little bit more on that end. And that should be plenty. Again, just keep it down like that. It ain't gotta be perfect. My obsessiveness wants to make it perfect and tight and everything else. It's not necessary. It's all right. Now, once you get those trays covered, you take them in. We're gonna put them on heat mats. They're the little seedling heat mats you can buy on Amazon or anywhere that sells gardening supplies like that. But also, if you don't have a heat mat, find a really good sunny window, but keep them covered, okay? That way heat can get in there. But those cups need to get heated up. The soil needs to get heated up, okay? That helps your seeds germinate. But thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hey, my name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.